You know those frankly annoying adverts that are usually just played just before you watch a YouTube video? You know, they're targeted ads, you know, usually based on what you're watching. If you're watching a video on makeup, it'll be a makeup ad. If you're watching a cookery show, it'll be something about food. I was watching a retro video game review, which I'm halfway through watching. I basically stopped the video because the advert which was played before the game review really piqued my interest. Here was the advert. It was an advert for a video game where the United States has been annexed by a foreign power. You are a part of the resistance and you have to fight this foreign army in some apocalyptic near future. It's set in 2027, okay? The game is called Homefront, and I've looked up on Wikipedia and it's quite possibly the most ridiculous game in the world. Let me just read, just to have a quick read of the overview, just the first paragraph of the overview, and you'll see why it's so ridiculous. Homefront is set in a near future America in 2027 when a nuclear-armed Korean People's Army invades the US. Now, I didn't even need to read the whole paragraph there. I realised reading the whole paragraph would be a bit much. I just need to read the first sentence and the game just instantly sounds totally ridiculous. Let's just visualise this for a second. We're talking about North Korea, a country that can't even feed its own people, invading America, one of the most well-developed nations in the world. That's a bit like Afghanistan invading Wales. Let me just read you out the timeline of the game. You'll see why this is so ridiculous. 2011, North Korea faces another UN sanction over its latest nuclear test. So far, North Korea has detonated one nuclear bomb in tests, and even that is doubtful because all we really got to see was a massive boom, the camera shaking, no cloud. It was apparently done underground in some sort of underground nuclear testing site. It's likely North Korea has no nuclear weapons and never built one. They just blew up some big shit ton of TNT just to look impressive. 2012, Kim Jong-il passes away. He's succeeded by his son, Kim Jong-un. Yeah, that sounds likely. 2013, Kim Jong-un is awarded a Nobel Peace Prize and featured on the cover of Time magazine for his accomplishment of Korean unification. Wait, what? So within 1 year, Kim Jong-un makes an agreement with Seoul to reunify under a North Korean-led communist regime? Wait, what? This is a country where along the North Korean-South Korean border, if one side so much as twitches, there'll be World War III. And within a year, Korea is reunified under leadership from Pyongyang. What? 2014, the American military withdrawals from the Korean Peninsula. 2015, the effects of peak oil has felt. 2016, America withdraws its military from Japan and other countries overseas, focusing on instability back home caused by the oil crisis. Texas splits from the United States and there's bloodshed as people try to move to Texas. 2017, martial law is declared in the United States. Now here's where it gets really ridiculous, really just crazy. 2018, Japan surrenders to Korea. Wait, what? So within 7 years, North Korea goes from a state which can barely even feed itself to a state which has invaded a G20 country. 2019, the UN is dissolved. 2020, Canada closes its borders to Americans. 2021, Korean forces succeed in annexing many countries in East Asia. Wait, what? So let's assume Korea doesn't invade China. Because let's face it, China is pretty big, it's got the world's largest army. Even if the Greater Korean Army was that powerful, I don't think they'll be able to topple China. So that's Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and Indonesia. Thailand and Indonesia, you know, they're not the most stable countries in the world, but the idea of North Korea invading those two countries seem a bit unlikely. Also in 2021, a new pandemic, known as the Knoxville cough, begins to spread in the United States. 2022, Mexico closes its borders to Americans. Wow. That is ironic. 2023, the Knoxville cough ravages the American public. The Korean People's Army reaches 20 million personnel. 2024, the Greater Korean Republic starts launching its own satellites. 2025, an EMP burst emitted by a Korean satellite completely destabilizes the United States infrastructure. This is followed by a Korean seizure of Hawaii and landings in San Francisco? Okay, so let's see. Within 14 years, North Korea goes from failed state that can't even feed itself to invading Hawaii and San Francisco. Okay, I guess that's reasonable. 2026, America split into as Korean occupiers irradiate the entire Mississippi River and occupies the western side. 2027, the United States forces are completely scattered. So within 16 years, North Korea goes from failed state that can't even feed itself to one of the most powerful nations in the world, which occupies half the United States, most of East Asia, and Japan. What? That's a bit like Somalia taking over the United Kingdom, Ireland, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, Norway, Sweden and Finland. It's totally improbable, it's frankly ridiculous, and it simply doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I mean, within 2 years from the present date, Kim Jong-un wins a Nobel Peace Prize and is featured on Time magazine's front cover for his accomplishment of Korean unification, whilst at present South Korea and North Korea are actually at the brink of reuniting the Korean War. It's going to be, what, another 20 years before anything like this is fixed up. Do you want to know what this game is playing to? American paranoia. I mean, America is known for its survivalist paranoia gun-toting groups. You know, look at Fox News. If they play host Glenn Beck, who basically goes on TV, points to random groups such as the gays, the liberals, the Muslims, and say, this group of people are going to destroy America. This group of people hates your freedom. This group of people is going to take away your guns. And people actually believe that. It's not everyone, but a lot of people seem to believe that, and that's quite scary. But, you know, if you look at it in the cold light of day, you start to realise that it's so hilariously ridiculous that a fourth world country, not just a third world country, a fourth world country becomes one of the most powerful countries in the world within, 16 years. Wow. I need a drink.